Hi, good morning everyone. So my topic for proposal is to add counseling service at Northern Lights College. Uh, so as we all know that Northern Lights College is growing more and more with each and passing year. Like we have the highest number of students that we ever had in history. But with the rising of students, like we don't have any counseling service right now present in the college. All we have is like the access services and the learning support center, which what they do is like they transfer the student cases, like the counseling cases, to outside agencies. So there's a high need to add a counselor. And in BC, like also in BC, like British Columbia, we're suffering one of the highest rate of suicide rates. So I think it's a good time to add a counseling service at Northern Lights College. So counselors are like, who are counselors? Counselors are like skilled and trained professionals who can help you who can help the students to develop strategies and explore their potential to fullest. So the question comes is like, who needs a counseling service? According to me, like anyone who is suffering from stress, anxiety, sexual problems, and crisis, abuse, trauma, gender identity, like feeling suicidal, depression, they should all go and get a counseling service. Um, so the next slide is like, yeah, that's what I have already told. Like, the college currently has access service and learning support specialist way to transfer the case. Uh, Many of the students in NLC, as you know, are international students, so it's really difficult like to talk to your parents sometimes because of the distance, because of the time, and they are not everything that you can tell to your parent, but you need someone else to talk to. And as an international student, like also like in my life also, and in all of the international student, there comes a point like where definitely you need someone to talk, tell your problems about. So I think that's also one of the important reason for which we need a counselor. In Canada, I believe like over 90% of the SPP colleges or the colleges have like a counselor on them. I can give you some examples also in BC. Like there's a Douglas College, Vancouver Community College, Langara, McEwan, Campson. They all have a counseling service. I've also put a reference and I've also given a list for all the counseling which we have. So the next come like, how much is it gonna cost? Because that's also a crucial factor in deciding like to have a counselor or not. So after doing some research on this topic, what I find out was that even talking to some local counselors, so it was like so they charge from like somewhere between $35 an hour, and from an annual their salary goes to like 48 to like $55,000. So considering like the funds that we have allocated for the learning, for the access services and learning support specialist, we can direct those funds that we're giving to these services to the counseling. So they will cover a majority of the funding. Also, what we can do is every semester our college charges like to students to like $20 or $25 to use the library and the computer lab. So what we can do is like we can also charge like $20 or $30 a semester to every student, which will pay towards the college fees. So for example, if even if we charge like around like $50 for example, and we have more than 300 students right now. So for every semester, college can earn like 30 grand, and that's like more than half of the fees for a counselor. So I think that's a good option. So I have put my reference here also, like from where which I took the data. And thank you.